Cott?
Here.
Mr. Creedy?
Here.
Everybody's present. Our first item of business to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was February 13th, 2019. Not sure any of us really can remember it in depth, but I think everybody has received a copy of the minutes. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and a second. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, call the roll.
Okay, Mr. Creedy?
Yes.
Mr. Cott?
Yes.
Ms. Himmelman?
Yes.
Mr. Zerlo?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Motion carries. We have no items of old business and one single item of new business, which is a zone change request from RA Suburban Residential to C2 General Commercial for the property located at 3137 Knoll Avenue. It's my understanding that both the county and the township zoning boards that have looked at this have recommended approval, but we're going to let Daryl walk us through it.
Yes. The applicant is requesting a change in zoning from RA Suburban Residential to C2 General Commercial for the property located at 3137 Knoll Avenue. Currently, a single-family dwelling constructed in 1982 sits on a 6,300 square foot lot. Although the parcel is zoned residential, the Sylvania Township Land Use Plan recommends general commercial uses for this parcel, as well as the 4 parcels north of the subject parcel and the 4 parcels on the east side of Knoll Avenue across from those 4. Single-family residential uses abut the subject lot on the north and northeast. Commercial uses, specifically new and used auto sales, abut the subject lot on the east, west, and south. In November 2016, the property owners of the subject lot petitioned the Lucas County Commissioners for the vacation of a portion of Knoll Avenue. This vacated portion starts where Knoll Avenue intersects Mortimer Drive and extends 241.1 feet north to a line corresponding with the southern property line of the subject property. The Commissioners approved the vacation in April 2017 based on the condition that the applicants comply with the request of the Lucas County Engineer's Office and the needs of the Sylvania School Board to design, construct, and pay for an adequate turnaround and dedicate any additional right-of-way. The design and construction of the turnaround shall meet the standards of the Engineer's Office and be subject to that office's approval. The applicants agreed to these conditions. The reason for today's zone change request is to allow for a better design turnaround by the applicant, as well as allow the applicant to install an approximate 9-space vehicle storage lot for excess inventory belonging to the automobile dealership. Sections 1405B and 3002B of the Sylvania Township Zoning Resolution dictate an 8-foot privacy fence or a 6-foot privacy fence on a 2-foot earthen mound for commercial properties along an abutting residential use. The applicant has indicated that the fence along the southern boundary of the subject lot will be relocated along the northern boundary. No site plan of the proposed parking area is available at this time. The staff recommends approval with conditions of a zone change request from RA Suburban Residential to C2 General Commercial for the property located at 3137 Knoll Avenue for the following 3 reasons. 1, the zone change request is consistent with the goals, objectives, and intent of the 2018 Sylvania Township Land Use Plan. 2, a zone change to C2 General Commercial is consistent with surrounding zoning and uses. And 3, the requested zone change should have minimal negative effect upon the nearby properties. Staff further recommends that the following 2 conditions be placed upon the approval of the requested zone change to C2 General Commercial for the property at 3137 Knoll Avenue. 1, an 8-foot privacy fence or 6-foot privacy fence on a 2-foot earthen mound shall be located along the abutting residential use to the north as a buffer from the commercial use of the subject parcel. And 2, the subject parcel shall be combined with the greater parcel located at 6300 West Central Avenue.
And then I believe the applicant wants to give us some comments.
Sure, I'll be brief. Jerry Parker for the applicant, Taylor Automotive. Yeah, this, if you could, Bill, if you could put that survey up of it there, would show the lots. I think you had it there one time.
This one?
Yeah. You see, this lot here, when we vacated this, we would have applied for this, but we didn't know that it was in foreclosure, and the Taylors just were able to acquire it. And the major purpose of this, as you can see, we've got to install a turnaround here once this is vacated. That's why we haven't vacated it. Mr. Crandall was out, the school board was out with us, and this allows us to do a much safer and much more expansive turnaround.
So vacation basically means you're making a dead-end street.
Correct. And we've done this, along here. I did this previously all the way here, and I rezoned this. And if you notice from the area that was shown, there's a white fence there now, a nice white vinyl fence, and we're just going to move that to the north property line and take the house down. And when we come in, if we put parking there, we'll obviously have to final site plan. But the request is, and also the property right across the street is zoned C2 as well. So this really evens the lineup of the commercial along there. So it's supported for a number of reasons, not the least of which is your master plan, and that's the purpose of it. We'll take the house down, we'll move that white fence to that property and shield that property, and put a nice turnaround when we vacate.
The street becomes a dead end with a turnaround for buses.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it.
Was the fire department consulted?
Yes, it was. Fire department, schools, we were all out there.
Because I
Yeah.
just saw a school, and I'm like, well, God, the fire trucks are a little bigger now than some of the buses.
That's why we want the lot. We purchased the lot so we could do exactly that. Without it, we have an uneven
Sure. It's a little
work as well. So that's the real purpose. 9 spaces is not a lot of parking spaces if we do it. We may not. Once we put the turnaround in, we'll see. That's it.
Are there any other questions or?
Any Board of Zoning Appeal requests for this? Is there
No, we don't have any waivers or anything.
It's no
Just straight zoning
variances.
change.
Thank you. You should
Thank
sit
you.
down. Any other questions or comments? Seems pretty straightforward to me. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second? Any additional comments, discussion? Call the roll.
Okay, Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Zabel,
Yes.
Ms. Inoy,
Yes,
Mr. Cott,
Yes.
Mr. Creedy.
Yes.
motion carries. I believe the only other additional item of business we need
Thank
to
you
talk
very much.
about.
Everybody have a nice Christmas.
You too.
Always a
Take
pleasure.
care of yourself.
Okay, I will.
The only other additional item of business is that we need to actually have a meeting in January to organize the board.
Right.
And Darrell looked at the calendar, and we believe that that is January 8th, right?
That would be the second Wednesday.
That would be the second Wednesday, so do we need a motion to establish that, or just?
I won't be here.
You don't work for like 9 months, and then you...
Right. Actually, come back on the 8th.
Look, you can all mark your calendars, that there will be a meeting on January 8th, at which we will establish the meetings for the rest of the calendar year, elect officers, see what the membership looks like, because the trustees have to fill some vacancies, and
Who's leaving?
nobody's leaving necessarily, but they just haven't reappointed.
Who's up for reappointment?
Me.
And our alternate, Joe Belinsky.
Do you want to come back?
I have said that I would,
Oh, I think you should then.
but I have to be reappointed.
We're gonna set her up to
So anyway, but January 8th, and you'll send out the appropriate notices if there's anything else. That should be the only item on the agenda, is to get ourselves organized for the year, and we'll see how many meetings we have next year. Okay.
Hopefully more than 3.
Yeah. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Okay, Mr. Creedy,
Yes.
Mr. Cott,
Yep.
Ms. Inoy,
Yes.
Mr. Zabel,
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Everybody have a nice holiday.
Thank you. You too. We're good. Guys have a nice holiday.
He had just had back surgery yesterday. That's why he was moving so slow.
Oh, yeah.
Probably why he had no time also, right?
He said he just had back surgery on a disc yesterday.